you ever wonder if you are in a dream? Or how do you learn new things? Well, many years ago, some people have been trying to answer this question. Today, we will have some guests that will explain use the questions.
Hi, I'm Descartes, and in my opinion, we have to doubt everything.
And what that's Descartes?
Well, have you ever had a dream that feels so real that when you wake up, you don't know if you are still dreaming or not? For example, remember a time when you had a nightmare. You are completely frightened, and you can feel the fear. But when you wake up, you are still feeling these emotions, and sometimes we still think it that we are in the dream.
Yeah, I've been experienced that maybe once or twice.
So how do you know that you are still not in that dream?
Well, I guess because I can feel the things that I touch.
But yet, in our nightmares and dreams, we can still feeling emotions like joy or fear, and also sometimes we can feel that we touch things.
So, how do I know that I am not dreaming?
You can't. That's why we have to doubt everything.
So according to you, there's nothing we can trust?
Yes, there is something we can trust. We can trust that we are thinking. You'll see. If you ask yourself if it is true that your teacher is a superhero, you are making a question. Therefore, you are thinking. So, if you make a question, you are thinking.
So, if I think and think, it doesn't exist?
Exactly.
That's really interesting, Descartes.
Thank you, sir. But there is something more I would like to add.
Go on, we're all listening.
Well, I also think that mind has no limit, and on contrary, body has a limit. Think about this. Every time you go to school and you learn new things, your mind starts growing. And people never stop learning, so mind never stop growing. It doesn't have an end. But body has a limit, like flowers. They are born from seeds, and after a few time they blossom. But there is a time in which they fade up, they have an end.
But wait, if mind hasn't a limit and body has one, how do they are united?
That's a great question, my friend. These two are united by a section of the brain called pineal gland.
You mean that having an end is being limited, and not having one is being unlimited?
That's correct, my friend. Well, that's interesting, but what about God? Can we trust Him? What a question! Of course we can. He is the person who can assure us that what we are learning is true.
Well, Descartes, now let me tell you my opinion about God. Indeed, I think that we can trust Him, but I also think that He has no limit and He is always thinking.
That's interesting, Spinoza. What else do you think?
We can think that God is a giant version of ourselves, so He probably has similar characteristics that we have. This might sound crazy, but I think God has a body and a mind, just as we do. Let me be clearer. Let's just think that the whole world is God's body and space is God's mind.
I think I understand what you said.
That's great, but actually, Descartes, I can agree with you about mind and body and how they are united. Mind and body are the same thing under different modifications of God, like thought or body limit.
Hey, Mr. Litnis, I can tell you don't agree with Mr. Spinoza, right?
You're right, sir. I don't agree. I think body and mind are spiritual elements created by God. I also think that we live in a world where there is a pre-established harmony. You don't? You know. It is like when your bedroom is a mess and you go to school, and when you arrive from school, it's organized again. Because it seems like someone did it. It's more or less like that.
Well, I guess someone is not happy with what you just say, guys.
If you are talking about me, sir, let me tell you that you are right.
And what is that, Mr. Luke?
First of all, I think that all the things that each gentleman just said are wrong.
I agree with you. As I always say, not to be perceived is not to be. So we can't perceive God because He's not here.
No, wait! God is presumptuous and is also chimerical, because we cannot perceive Him.
Then who teaches new things if we can trust God?
We learn by touching, smelling, seeing, listening, and tasting.
Then how can we understand the world? Yes, but something important is that objects have two kinds of qualities, primary and secondary. The first one is like when you have an apple and it is small and always big, and the secondary are the ones when you see the apple red or yellow.
Sorry to interrupt you guys, but Sally, it is time to finish the show. Thank you all for coming and giving us your opinions. Bye.